For those of you that still post on Facebook, in the comment section on Instagram. Here we are with another week of What's New Wednesday with not much to discuss, but everything important, which this week happens to be one thing. Slow news cycle, but this thing is a big thing, and I think some of you will have already seen it. Press. So we can hop straight into Twitter's new biggest change, which is the scheduled tweets. So the ability to schedule your tweets remotely, set it up one night, you can set up as many tweets as need be, and have them roll out on the day and time of your choosing based on your selected time zones. Very good. The bigger plus on that scheduled tweet is the fact that you can advertise scheduled tweets. Now I know a lot of you don't advertise, and definitely don't advertise Twitter. Oh boy. But if any of you do, the idea to advertise scheduled posts, it's a huge deal. It means that when your post does land, your tweet does land, it lands with the engagement and the results that it got already by being advertised. And it also means that you can advertise things that are scheduled and cancel all the ones that didn't do as well, so they never grace a feed. Pros, right? But for the typical user, how would that change your life? Well, one is more convenient. You got that already, right? You've been accustomed to scheduling your post on Facebook, for those of you that still post on Facebook. But Instagram, on the other hand, we've been begging for a schedule for. But Twitter gave us their schedule, which is crazy because Twitter is a lot more conversational than the other platforms are. Like we said last time, you're not having a conversation in the comment section on Instagram anytime soon. After the third reply, it's over, right? So Twitter is a much more conversational space. So them allowing you to schedule your tweets, despite being more convenient, also means that the platform may change dynamics forever. It may be closer to a publishing space and less of a conversational space. It may be Twitter making the pivot to you going on to see a whole stream of scheduled tweets from everybody else and reading those and therefore spending a lot more time on the platform consuming information as opposed to just actively interacting with engagement, which I think was Twitter's strength. But I do see the issue on an ad revenue model that you try to sell to persons that no people, they love to talk. Don't mind the fact that they only spend X amount of time per day compared to Facebook's Y amount of time per day. I'm telling you that time spent is spent more actively. They're enjoying it more. They're talking more. Nah, buddy. Nah. So I guess in having so much more content just for people to consistently scroll through different news bulletins and updates, they will consume more. Potentially post less, but I think the bigger thing is that they will consume more and happily do so that they will spend more time on the platform, because more content does not necessarily equate to more time, just increase the probability of more time. But how clean and relevant that content is will determine if people are pleased. So that's the biggest news headline and the only really relevant news headline for the typical user and our audience. That's the big feature this week. There are some things coming down the pipeline that I will now whisper about without discussing further, like Instagram doubling up on the amount of stories that you can see. Big news. IGTV sharing money with creators. Big news. Ads coming to IGTV. And that's all for this episode.